All new WICR.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning show. Ian Sachs, or Sassy Sachs, I guess I should say, and Kayla Kosack, making your mornings at Iona just a little better. Or we hope. That's what our promo is, and we hope we live up to that, right, Kayla?
Yes, I'm excited. My first show ever.
Welcome to the WICR airwaves. It's pretty big deal here.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan. I used to watch in Club Hub. I used to sit in Club Hub freshman year and watch your videos. I don't think that's weird. That's not weird, right?
No, not at all. I don't know about that, but no.
Not you specifically, Ian Sachs. I'm sorry.
WICR.
But it just
WICR.
Everybody. I thought it supported our clubs.
Yes. Thank you for the support. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think our president Jersey Joe would be proud of that.
Where is he? Oh, he's at Citi Field, right?
Well, obviously he's missing the biggest story of the day if he's at Citi Field, because the biggest story of the day is right here, right now.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, Joe, what are you doing there? I know Demergis asked you to go. He actually asked me first, and I turned him down. I turned him down so that I could do this.
Wow.
I was like,
one, I feel important. Whoa. I'm sorry, Joseph, that he just threw some shade. Thirdly, you're going to miss the biggest story of all time, because I was going to tell my Princess Diana story, because there was just an entire segment of Princess Diana.
Right.
And I'm very confused why.
Well, for a radio class, a final project is that you have to create like a 5 or 10 minute little kind of mini documentary type thing on something, and I guess that was someone's final project. So anyway, let's hear this Princess Diana story. You mentioned it to me right before we went on the air, and I said, you know what, that's what we're leading off with, because everyone needs to hear Kayla Kosack's Princess Diana story.
It's not that extreme. It's really not.
But you need to build it up. You need to say this is the biggest.
This is the best Princess Diana story, besides that wonderful segment that we just watched for 5 minutes. Okay, so when she died, I was, what year was that? 1997, 98?
Somewhere in the 90s.
I was very young. I was very young, but I remember it very vividly. Where they just had show after show on Princess Diana. And so my parents were with me, and I live upstate, so there's a lot of trees and there's a lot of woods, and some of these trees have berries on them. And at this time, they were trying to tell me that you don't eat the berries off the tree, because, I mean, that's a natural reaction, but those were poisonous, I assume. So they told me that Princess Diana died by eating the berries off her tree in her backyard. Do you know how long I thought that was true? It took me till sophomore year in high school to realize that she didn't die by stupidity. She died by another person's stupidity.
Wow. So it, like 15 years, you believe that?
15 years.
Wow.
I had an extra credit assignment.
That was my next question. I was like, how did you ever find out?
It was heartbreaking. I lived a lie. So, you know the song "We Didn't Start the Fire"?
Yes, Billy Joel.
Yes. So we had to do an extra credit assignment where we got to write the next verse of so I think it ended in like the early 90s.
Okay.
I think so, or maybe late 80s.
Yeah, I know that it has a lot of pop culture references for like the 70s.
Yeah.
But I don't know how far it goes up to. So anyway, go on.
Right. So I had to start off, let's say 1995, and I thought Princess Diana was a significant figure.
Right.
But I wanted the exact details on her death, like what year it was.
What kind of berries it was?
Yeah, like
blueberries. Was it raspberries?
Exactly.
Okay.
So all I didn't even end up putting how she died in my verse. All I said was, this is the only verse I remember writing because it was so impactful on my life. It was, Princess Diana, long live thee. That's how I phrased it in the song.
Very nice.
It sounds sophisticated, right? But my heart that day just sunk because I lived a lie when I researched her death.
Now the question is, what else do you think has been a lie in your life? You see, we need to examine this, because if you were living a lie about that, what else? Are you really Kayla Kosack?
I am really Kayla Kosack. Okay. I can tell you how I got my name, but that's not fascinating.
I would take it that you really are Kayla Kosack, because you are the Kayla Kosack on Twitter.
Yes, on Twitter I am.
Yeah.
Maybe there's another one out there.
So I think that is proof enough that you are the Kayla Kosack.
When you say it like that, it sounds pretentious. I mean, that's my name. That is my name.
That
I
is
can't
true.
lie about that one.
That is true. Well, I mean,
but just listening to my name so many times makes me feel weird. I guess I can never be in politics or be a celebrity because I can't hear my name. I hate hearing my voice. I probably won't watch this because I don't like listening to my own voice.
I definitely understand that. So, I'll take you back to a story with me where I hated hearing my voice. I went to Washington, D.C. when I was like 6 with my family. Really great experience, but I wish we went when I was a little older, because then, you know, I'd have a better understanding of this stuff. Like, oh, I knew the White House, that's where the president lives. But, like, I didn't really fully grasp, you know, the Capitol building, what goes on there and everything. Mm-hmm. But, whatever. So, we went to some place there, and they had, like, where you could pretend to do a news report, like read off the teleprompter and everything. So, my brother and I decided to do they had like different scenes. So they had like a sports one, they had like a politics one with like the White House backdrop, then they had like an entertainment one, whatever. But we did the Washington one because, you know, we figure we're in Washington, why not? So I remember it was about Watergate, and my brother basically read the whole thing because I was 6 and he was in high school, so like obviously his reading skills were better than mine.
I would hope so.
Hopefully, yeah. I was a star reader. No, I wasn't. I was actually in like the lower reading level. But we won't go there. Anyway.
Ian Sachs.
Too many details coming out about me as a 6-year-old.
Do you need to vent? Is this a vent sesh? You can let it out.
Maybe we'll vent in the next segment.
Okay.
Yeah. No, so like all I said in it was basically like my name. Like my brother, you know, introduced, and he's like, "Oh, I'm Michael Sachs," and I said, "Oh, and I'm Ian Sachs." And the way that like I said it, and the way that I was just staring at the screen with like a blank stare on my face, I couldn't watch the video. And then I think when I was in elementary school, a few years later, we were doing something about Washington, and I was like, "Oh, I have a video about it." So then I brought it into class because like we got a videotape of it, and I refused to watch it because I hated looking at myself on it. And now I'm in the TV business where all I do is look at.
Yeah. You have to look at yourself a lot.
Yeah.
Has it ever come across to you that you get ready and you then look in the mirror and then you're looking at yourself?
No, I don't mind looking at myself in present day, but it was just like I couldn't fathom looking at myself 3 years ago on the TV screen with an absolute blank stare, and then all I said was, "I'm Ian Sachs." Like that bothered me. Just the way that we taped it. Like I don't mind looking at myself now. It's not like I cover up the mirrors in my house.
Just plaster the windows.
Yeah,
all the windows.
Exactly.
Or mirrors.
I don't.
I said windows.
It's early in the morning. Windows are mirrors.
And I don't drink coffee, so.
Ooh. I'm counting the cups of coffee I'm gonna be drinking today.
I got tea. You should do that.
I usually do tea in the morning, but I woke up too late today to make the tea, so then I was just like, oh, forget it. Like, I'll just.
We have a Starbucks across the hall.
I know, but I'm not that big of a Starbucks fan.
I don't.
I'm more Dunkin'.
Yeah, I don't do Starbucks. Like, I'm a huge advocate for this. Like, this is what everybody likes, but...
She says she doesn't do Starbucks, as she walked in this morning with a giant cup of Starbucks iced tea.
Yeah, because it's on the meal card. I can't get Dunkin'.
That's true. All right,
but you know what? It's good. It tastes good. It's not coffee. I don't drink coffee, but...
Do you drink iced coffee?
I do, because it's more syrup than coffee.
Yeah.
So I'm not relying on the caffeine. I just like the taste.
That's exactly the way that I kind of got into coffee. I was like, I don't drink coffee. Iced coffee I'll have, but I don't drink coffee. And, well...
Yeah, but it's been 2 years
now
on the iced coffee for me.
Okay.
And I haven't
done
it, so...
That's impressive. For me...
You're fulfilling the stereotype as the Ionian editor-in-chief. Or just newspaper in general. I don't know the coffee habits of the past editor-in-chiefs.
No, the newspaper stereotype, that's very true. One of my dad's best friend from college, and they're still best friends, was the managing editor of his college paper. And they were a daily because they went to Northwestern. So every
single day?
5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
And you were up till 3:45 last night.
I was, yeah. So when I accepted the managing editor position, I was talking to him about it because I knew that that was what he did, and he knows about being a top editor at a newspaper. And the first thing he said to me was, "You're gonna get ready to drink a lot of coffee." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And that was back when I didn't drink coffee. And he said, "Well, that's gonna change." And it has. So.
I've been told for years, Kayla, you do so much, you're going to start drinking coffee. Guess what? The one thing I hate is when people doubt me. And if it's something as little as coffee, I proved them wrong.
You see, now that's impressive. Because... Tell me what you do, because you do so much. Let's hear it.
No, I don't want to. I hate that. It's like I'm announcing my resume. Like, look at all the things I do.
Next week you have to bring in your resume, right?
Do I?
No.
Okay.
Anyway,
so
we've been going on for a while about a lot of old time stories, but. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. We'll hit some other topics, maybe, we hope. I don't know. We don't know where this is going. You don't know where this is going. That's why you have to tune in. And tune in for the next segment of Sassy Sacks and Kayla Kosack in the morning.